Hi, this is Angela Bull. I'm the CEO of the Independent Book Publishers Association, and I'm here at BookCon in New York City 2017 talking with a number of our publishers and members and authors. We have over 3,000 members of IBPA, and here is one of them, Joseph Kunz, who is works with a publishing company called Dixon Kinahan and has produced this amazing medical and test prep guide to the ACLS certification exam. We're going to talk to Joseph a little bit about this guide today and understand a lot more about what he's doing, and let's kick it off, shall we?
Great.
So Joseph, this is exam Q&A with explanations, which I think is very helpful. It's for the ACLS certification, which is the Advanced Cardiac Life Support certification.
Right.
What is this book? Why do we have this?
Well, we geared this book specifically for students, but because the ACLS is updated by the ECC every 2 years or so, every 5 years, we geared the book specifically for the class and for the exam. So most people that are in healthcare are not necessarily in critical care or emergency medicine. So they really need a book like this.
And you know something about that because you and your wife, Michelle, who's the co-author on this book, run over 42 ACLS workshops or training courses a year, right? And it's we were talking a little before this interview started, and you said you saw a real absence in the market of something like this book.
That's right.
So can you talk a little bit about that? What were you, over the last 30 years of teaching this course, what was the absence in the market that inspired you guys to put out this manual?
Right, back when we started in the 80s, there was very little material.
Yeah.
And what was there was very difficult to use and to understand. Wasn't user-friendly, wasn't student-friendly, and the students didn't like it, they were stressed out. So when we started teaching classes, we had to create material to give the students, and they loved it.
Because you had a fun way of creating that material, right? So
we did.
Before we had the book, we had what you guys call
zombie note study
notes,
charts,
right? And what are these zombie notes? What was that about?
They're used all over the world.
Yeah.
And for many years now, the American military medical personnel have been using them. So we're sending them out all over the world for many years now.
Zombie note study guides.
But they started out as simply a handout covering very specific topics that we required the students to know. They had to know it cold.
Yep.
They needed it for their job, the patients needed it, the hospitals required it, so we gave it to them.
I love that it's front and back, right? Like most of them, very quick, they're just the facts, but the essential facts that you need. And
that's right.
The way you were able to take those zombie notes and expand it into this certification exam Q&A, it's not everything you need to know. You still, if you pointed out to me, you still need the textbook, you still need all the background information, but when you're ready to go, or if you just need to recertify, this is just the facts. This is the basic stuff that you need, but the critical stuff that you need if you're going to be in this field.
Critical care and emergency medicine is an enormous subject. And for people who are not doing that every single day, this is very stressful material to cover. But they need to know it. So the book is just covering what's in the class, the things that we're required to teach them, the things we expect them to know. And it covers the exam. It's a practice exam with real scenario questions, and Michelle gives a very detailed explanation of every answer in the book.
Michelle is Michelle Kunz, your wife, who you work with in the workshops and who helped you to write this book. Well, I think, there are so many medical professionals who need to take this. They have to take it every 2 years. They need succinct materials that will help them do that. This book would be great in any bookstore, I think, in the country. The bookstore would be servicing their market really well by having it through. I understand it's updated and extended for 2017.
That's right.
So it's the newest version available. It's available now on Amazon. Do you have a distributor for this book as well?
Ingram.
Ingram. You can also get it through Ingram. Perfect. Well, thank you. I'm really excited to hear about this. I appreciate the work that you're doing, you and your wife, Michelle. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the rest of your BookExpo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Andrew.